Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Come on. Okay, it's moving. Hold on. Hold up. Come on. Alrighty. Okay, we are ready to go.
All
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Hold on tight. You're in for one crazy, epically cool, and amazing ride tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show. With us tonight, we have racing superstar, a huge racing guest with us tonight. Out of the state of Michigan, we have Sean Postula. Welcome to the show, Mr. Sean.
How's it going?
Good. So let's talk about your racing career, Sean. How did this awesome adventure begin for you?
Well, when I was younger, my dad bought me a 120 and I started with that. I'd go around to races with him and just race on little tracks. And slowly we worked on bigger sleds and now we're where we are today.
So, Sean, okay, you started out on 120s and worked your way up. So, what was that experience like for you? Were you the least bit scared to press down on that old accelerator?
When I was younger, I wasn't too worried about it because we weren't going that fast on the little 120s, but as you got older, it got a little more worrying, but you learn and then it gets all easier and you start to know what's going to happen when and how to deal with certain situations.
Okay, so Sean, okay, so what series do you race in now then?
So we're over in the Myra circuit and I run Sportsman 600 sprints and mini enduros on them. And I have a Formula 500 that I run sprints and mini enduros on.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So, out of your racing career, what's how much success have you had as a snowmobile racer?
I've had a lot of success. I've got some trophies behind me from this year and a couple past years out at the World Championship Vintage Snowmobile Derby in Minnesota, Wisconsin. There, I had some good success out there, and we've won a decent amount. I got a lot of plaques for number one races.
Okay, so already, so what's an awesome day at the race course look like for you?
Well, get there in the morning, get the trailer and generator all fired up. People start rolling in, sleds get firing up. You hear them, smell them. It's all great. Cold mornings, see everybody that you haven't seen in a while, and then it gets into competitive, serious mode once the racing begins.
Okay, so what's an awesome day at the race shop look like for you then?
Well, those are more of long days at the race shop working on sleds. You're sitting there, you got to figure out how to make it go faster, really, and handle better for you. So there's a lot of time that goes into making it faster, especially like testing out on the track. That's a big thing that we have to do.
Okay, so now that it's getting spring, summertime, your racing season has ended then, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what are you looking forward to for the next racing season?
Well, we're going to get some of the sleds in the shop and we're going to probably tear them apart and go through them and make sure they're all ready to go, get them going as best as we can. And then next year, we're going to try to win everything that we enter into.
So, Sean, okay, with you racing snowmobiles and on courses and stuff like that, so are you pretty good about reading what the course is doing when before you get out there? Or?
Oh, yeah. We've so growing up, I've raced some most of the same tracks. So we just go there every year. There's the same tracks, a couple new ones, a couple ones get canceled. So you learn a couple new tracks, but mostly you just grow up and learn new things as you go there every year.
So, who's all on your racing crew then?
Oh, so big ones, me and my dad. We're the main ones.
Okay.
We have a couple people from Brant Sports Center, Bruce and Terry from there. They come and help to work on our stuff and get it going fast for us. And we got one of my dad's cousins. He comes and helps us. He's pretty good with racing.
Okay. So what is the story behind your racing number now?
02. So my dad had 02 through all of his racing career, or through at least a couple of his teams that he was with. And then he used it when he was just back doing his own thing, not with any teams. And then when I started getting into it, that's the number I went with too. So we're just keeping it
Okay,
going.
okay, okay. Okay. So when you're getting ready to go out and race, what helps get you motivated and psyched up to go out there and race?
It's just pretty exciting. I mean, you start hearing the engines roaring, getting out on the track, you seeing everybody getting going. People are stretching, getting called out, and then you're all of a sudden you're just getting butterflies when the guys getting you going. And then you once the race is going, you're all fired up. You're not even thinking about it.
So when you're out there racing, okay, do you have any crazy racing stories you'd like to share with us?
There's a couple. I mean, as you can see back here, this is from last year. I flipped my 440
Oh,
going into the corner. I was winning. And last lap coming into the corner, I flipped it, went over the bank, and that's part of the hood. I was all okay though.
okay, okay, okay.
Pretty cool racing story there. That was my first big crash.
Alrighty. So is there any big racing events you're looking forward to doing coming up in this next racing season?
I'd say I'm looking forward to going out to Wisconsin at the World Championship Derby Complex. That's a pretty big event. A lot of people come out there, and if you do well, that's pretty good, like for you, and it's a really cool event.
Okay. So who are some of your racing friends at the races?
So, I mean, a lot of them come from stem down from my dad's racing because he raced with a bunch of their dads. So, we got a couple guys from the Eastern UP, the Warners and the Maciags. My dad grew up racing against their dads, and now I race against their sons. So, and we've all been friends for a long time. And then there's another family, the Spencers from downstate in Flushing, Michigan. They're all really
Okay.
good friends. I've raced against them my whole life. So,
Okay. So who's your racing hero? Who do you look up to as a racer?
I'd probably say my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that I share the
Okay.
same number, and he's kind of taught me everything I know about it.
So do you have a racing nickname then?
No, I don't have one yet, but I'm sure I'll get one
Okay.
eventually.
Okay. So okay. So who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
We're sponsored by Daco North America, Ironclad Performance Wear. They give us good gloves. Daco gives us belts, everything. Carbless, they sponsor us. Super Sears, they give us the visors we wear on our helmets to keep the snow dust like out of our goggles. FXR, they give us suits and helmets and goggles and stuff. They're a great sponsor for us. Blood Racing, they're really good. Engine Ice, E3 spark plugs, and Woody's Traction. Then JWR also makes our suits.
Okay. Are you still looking for sponsors?
Oh, I'm sure we could add a couple more.
So go hit up Postula Motorsports and help sponsor Mr. Sean here.
Yeah, I know
So,
it.
so okay, all right. So do you have any advice out there for the people, for the kids coming up into the racing world?
Just talk to everybody you can and learn as much as possible. And it's really just a fun, great experience. And you're around great people. And it's just always going to be a good time no matter what happens. You're not there
So
to.
what types of racing do you like to watch?
I watch NASCAR and like dirt car series, and I watch
Okay.
motocross,
Oh yeah.
all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. So when you're at the race course, what's your favorite thing to eat at the races?
Ooh, well, normally they got good food trucks. I like chili cheese fries. Those are always pretty
Oh, oh yeah, definitely.
good. Yep.
When you're away from the racetrack, what's your favorite restaurant to go to?
Mm. I'm a pretty big Buffalo Wild Wings guy.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yep.
When you're at home, what's your favorite home cooked meal that your family makes for you?
Ooh, probably lasagna.
Okay, okay. Very
Yep,
cool, very cool.
some good
So,
lasagna.
at this portion of the show, Sean, I like to turn the mic over to my guest. If they have a couple questions they'd like to ask me, they're
All
more
right.
than welcome to go ahead and shoot me a couple questions.
Um. Ooh. I don't. I don't really have any right now, but
Okay, okay, okay. So, do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
yep, I have we have Instagram account. It's just Postula Motorsports, and we have Facebook
Okay.
account also Postula Motorsports.
So go hit them up on Instagram
Yep,
and Facebook
yep.
on
Hit them up.
Postula Motorsports. So I'd like to thank you for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career and getting to know you a little bit better. I will have you step out and I will call you in just a few minutes to thank you and thank you again.
All righty, thank you.
Yes, not a problem.
Have a good one.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sean Postula on our racing show tonight, snowmobile racer from the state of Michigan. If you and I have no racing news for you there tonight, but if you would like to be on our racing show or sponsor a racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-209-7138, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Catch you later. Another episode of the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show. #1 on YouTube.